So here we are at Whittier High. Oh boy, 36 years later. Now 40 years ago, I wasn't a part of this. I was co-starring with Clint Eastwood in Pale Rider. And though I knew Crispin because we'd done a film together at the American Film Institute in '83 with Dan O'Herlihy. And I got his number because I thought he was a fascinating actor, wanted to stay in touch. And he wore cool Beatle boots, which I wore too. Anyway, so in '84 I shot Pale Rider with Clint, and in '85 I wanted to see what the competition was. So I went and saw Back to the Future, and when Crispin, I had no idea he was in it. And when he came on, I was like, my God, he's incredible. And I went home and called him to congratulate him. And then, 4 years later, I got the call to be a photo double for Crispin. So I called him up and said, say a good word for me. I need the work. I want to get my medical for my second baby's birth. He didn't call me back until part 3 came out, and told me that he didn't give permission for use of his life mask in my makeups for these scenes that we shot here and at First Methodist for the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. So I gave him my photos that I finally got from Universal and my stories, which helped him get his settlement, so justice would be served somewhat. So there's are you okay? Bringing Lorraine from the molestation going on in the car here. You can see these photos with this building in the background here. When I wasn't shooting, when they'd be shooting James Tolkien as Strickland from his office or doing other coverage and such, I'd be in a trailer over here. I remember I'd hang out with Billy Zane. I was a DJ quite a bit throughout my life, and I put these mixtapes together. I remember spending the long hours, listening to the music with Billy. We'd party a little, and I was always struck that Billy knew the lyrics of every song on my mixtapes. I thought that was cool. So Tom and I really worked hard on recreating the fight very accurately. Whenever we weren't shooting, we were running back to the video monitor and getting Ian to do playback for us so we could get the twist just right or the punch just right. And Tom was really wonderful to work with, very easygoing. And everyone, even though we did have a stunt coordinator, we did pretty well, recreating as accurately as we could. I knew that they needed to make it seamless, so it appeared it had Crispin, the original George. Otherwise, I would have taken the audience out of the films. I see the horrible place that, unfortunately, by Crispin not returning, put the producers into, and they were being put between a rock and a hard place. Little did I know they didn't have the agreement, which kind of blew up, and they didn't really want me to promote myself. It took me forever to get my photos and so on and so forth. So it was a really sticky wicket, but it was such a blessing, though, to work on this film and also be able to help unify it to keep the film as seamless as possible. So as I said, there is here. Now this is a Hollywood First Methodist, but if you look closely at this photo, that's not Mike. That's Kevin Holloway, Mike's photo double. So they really went all out to create that seamlessness. When I'm in this young George makeup, when I'm doing this fight recreating with Tom, I'm in the distance, and you can see that the makeup full front, which I've got here somewhere, it really doesn't look anything like Crispin. But I have a Polaroid at home, a continuity Polaroid that is exactly like Crispin's profile, and you can tell that these shots do have his life mask, in them. So he was going to win his case, and that's why it didn't go to trial. And I don't know what else you want to know, but we worked really, really hard, long hours. All the shoots here were night shots, and we'd arrive at maybe 4 in the afternoon. It would take 4 hours to get into makeup, and then we'd knock off just as before the sun came up, and it would take another hour to get that out of that makeup. And at the better part of 2 weeks, we were shooting here and at the First Methodist, and then a couple weeks at the soundstage doing 2015 McFly at Universal.